Okay, this is the outside. It is a corner lot. Excuse my car. I closed the garage. Here's the corner. I wasn't super excited about the approach to the property. I think that there's a little bit, it's not so lovely on the drive up, but then it gets really nice. This is the water pipe I was talking about. There's a root right here that's growing under the water pipe. It's going to cause that to eventually break. It's not an expensive fix, but I don't see why we want to deal with it. This garage used to be a carport and an exterior wall on the carport. So what I would probably do to fix this is, if you can imagine a trim line coming all the way down like this, that would be about 12 inches wide. And then you cut the bottom of this off, gap it to the middle, and then put the trim over the gap, and it looks like it's meant to be, and it's really pretty. It's a really nice way to fix this, because the bottom of this wood, this is from water, and what happens is water hits the wood and it just starts to fall apart. But up here it's fine. Up in here it's fine. As you go up higher, it's no problem at all. So you just cut that off. The garage looks like it's been replaced. The front, I don't care about the condensation line coming out the bottom. We could move that to come out the side, only because over time it's going to cause this same problem. Moisture is getting into here and it's causing this to delaminate. It's got a new front door, needs to be painted. You can see where there's places in the paint that are kind of peeling off. I'm not going to try to make it worse, but you can look down there and you can see all kinds of different spots where the paint is kind of peeling. And also you have a little bit of buckling on the outside. You can kind of see when I push on there that gives. It should not do that. So I would have all this sandblasted to where it's gone and then repaint. See how this is? The wood underneath is really good. There's nothing wrong with it. But this paint is just, it's just not right. It needs to be replaced. Let me go around the other side. Again, needs to be painted. And get rid of all of this. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be a garden, what the heck it was, but I would lose it all. You're talking about Kelly branches earlier. There you go. So what happens is when they don't have any green on them, like that one branch right there, that one's going to be the next one to fall. When they have green on them like this, they're not going nowhere. Healthy branch. But I would lose this whole area. I don't know why it's like that. Backyard is beautiful. Really nice area for kids to play. And this is a swing gate, so that does close all the way to the fence. Again, all of this vegetation, I push all that back to the fence line, make the yard a little bit bigger. I don't know why they let it overgrow like that. This is the old, oh my gosh, solar panel that was on the roof. I would take this down to the bottom, cap this off in case you ever wanted to put solar on it in the future. The plumbing underground would still be there. The air conditioner is 12 to 15 years old. It's at the end of its life. It is working really well. But I'm just saying that's something that we'd want to beat them on the price to get a new air conditioner. The electrical here really worries me. I mean, there's some issues here. The boom goes up high enough that that's not a problem, and the boom attaches right here. This piece right here is the boom. What concerns me, maybe they were just concerned, is that it's so dirty. Should have been cleaned. I think maybe when they were cleaning the house, they were scared to get too close to the electrical. You can see where they had discontinued something right here, and they never painted over that spot. But the house really needs to be painted. Any wires that are discontinued, I would get rid of. There's a couple of them. There's that one, and I thought there was another one. Oh, right here. I would get rid of anything that's not being used. I would lose. This board here is a hardy board. It's a concrete board. It's actually great. Also, there's a flashing on the top that I don't understand. I'm talking about this right here. Goes all the way down and then up. I'm not really sure why they put that on there. There's lots of different ways that you could have done that. The smartest thing to do would be to bend this up and then put a board right over the top of it. They're doing it for like a drip edge. So when the water comes down, it comes up to this and then runs off and over top. It doesn't get behind this. There's lots of better ways to do it. For one, go all the way to the top with the wood. Don't really care for this drain line. I would lose that. And just basically put it over to the side. Hide it better. Like the one over there is. That one's nice and tight to the house. It looks fine. I'd paint it yellow. It'd blend right in. The gutter here, technically this is a structural gutter. Doesn't look like it, but, or maybe it's part of a structural gutter. This needs to be cleaned out, and then they have those, this is nice too. They have those things that you put on the top of the gutter so they can't leak. Leaves, get leaves in there underneath them. Pool looks fabulous. There's nothing wrong with the pool. I would definitely clean the vegetation off of the top of the screen. That vegetation will cause all kinds of plants to grow on top of it. I would clean all that vegetation off the back fence back there also. It looks really pretty, but it's invasive. You'll see it starting to climb up the trees out there. This is a sea grape. It's not on your property, but anything that comes over to your side, I'd cut off. All of that area, I would lose all of that. It's only about 3 branches, but it's an invasive species. It should be gone. Side of the house. They had a TV on the wall here. Going inside. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. So this is the area that could be a nice little living area. It's nice size. It is a step down and it is sloped. So if you look back at that stair and you see where I'm standing, it slopes to me ever so gently, but it does in fact slope. That's so the water used to be outside. That's so the water runs away from the house. In this case, we're in the house. You got French doors here. Kelly and I were talking about possibly making this a sitting room off the master, because the master doesn't really have a good sized closet. So you could easily knock a hole in this wall. When I get into the next bedroom, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And we could potentially make this a closet if we can't make this other office a closet, which is right here. If this room backs up to the master at all, this would be the logical closet, because you could open up a door right there, which comes right in from the master, and then you're in your closet. And this is adequate size for 2 people for sure. Kitchen is completely updated. I don't care for this step, but that's just me being picky. Once you go up that step, you're on the same level of the property throughout. So it's not a big deal. Kitchen's nice. Again, this is not a real vent. I would have built in a microwave there with a final cabinet on the top of it. You got the stove. As you come up to this vent, you can see what I'm talking about. There's a light, and then as you go to the top, there's nothing. It's just decorative. Doesn't go anywhere. It just has this little light with this rinkety looking plug. So you can see what I'm talking about at a distance. The refrigerator is brand spanking new. Nice refrigerator. The old one is out in the garage, and it's actually a nice refrigerator. This is the master bedroom. There's a bathroom en suite. A little bit of a small bathroom for a master, but you know, it works. You can wash your hands and do your business all at the same time as you're in the shower. Just kidding. Master suite. Again, you have 2 options here. I'm pretty sure that we can punch a hole there and go into that second room I showed you, but if not, definitely we can go in here. And that goes into what would be a sitting room, which would be really cool. I would almost make that a fairly decent opening so it's continuous of the master. And then you're gonna walk right into the sitting area where Kelly could have her vanity, you know, a fainting couch, you know, something like that. Something where it's kind of cool, changing room, exercise, whatever you wanted to do with it. Rev your day up room. This is the garage. It's kind of dark. So I just cracked the door so you can see. The pedestal is about rotted out. They've got this painting in front of it to hide it. So I would say you have to replace this pedestal. You go to figure that out. You can see that this is kind of it's been wet, because this is the condensation line, and anytime the water drips, it goes right there or down here, which is why that's rotting out. This window is to the inside of the house. They covered it up and insulated it. I would have put a board over it and blocked it completely. So I'm not sure why they left it. The garage has a washer and dryer in it. Again, for you to get 2 cars in here, you're gonna have to lose that washer and dryer because it's just not gonna work. Unless you're talking about a sports car, but with the air conditioning added over here, there's not that much room in the middle for 2 cars. Here's some of the excess granite pavers, which is nice. Okay, living room in the main house is nice. It's a decent size. You could put a TV here, here, or behind me, right there. So it's a real decent sized room, just like the other one. I'm backed up enough you can see the room really nice. As we spin around, you've got another bedroom, another bathroom. It's a decent sized guest bath. Come on, light. There it is. It's a jacuzzi tub. This is more of the size I would have liked for the master. Whoever did the skip trowel in the ceiling had no idea what they were doing. Not really sure what they were doing. Looked like they were baking cake and didn't know how to cover the cake. Anyway, this one's a whole lot better. This is a guest bedroom. Decent closet. The windows are single hung windows, so they slide up and down. Fan's nice. Looks like it might. No, it's not. I was going to say it might be a remote control. It's not. There's probably a switch for it. There it goes. Switch. Nice closet in this room. My guess is that this was the original master bedroom. It's got nice lights, a nice room. Only thing it's missing is a bathroom. And for the most part, I think I pretty well covered it. I will give you guys a call after you have seen this, and the only way that this house makes sense is if we can buy it right. And there's a lot of stuff we can do to improve it, but we got to buy it right. That's my 2 cents. Talk to you later.